Hello projectors, Charlie here, and this is specifically for the feminine energy. So we all have feminine energy, but it will be a little bit more specific to projector women. So projectors are born into this reality without a sacral center, and one of the reasons I feel like that is because the masculine and feminine is the ultimate split, and what we're seeing in the world today is war and destruction and chaos, and we see those similar energies show up in our relationships, show up in our family, show up in communities, show up between countries. And for us to come into union, for us to come into unity, projectors have come in without the sacral center, because with the sacral center there's such a charge between the masculine and feminine that split would have continued to get bigger and bigger. Yet as projector women, and also projector men, we come in with a more balanced feminine and masculine energy. Yet, being a projector woman, we could have overcompensated totally into our masculine energy because we don't have the sacral center, because we don't have that energy source, and because of our openness and our sensitivity, that most projector women have taken on a more masculine energy. This can show up with being controlling. This can show up in completely taking action all the time. This can show up in thinking and trying to fix everything outside to feel safe. And many projector women see this as a real challenge and a real my life has been so hard, I got cursed, or why I wish I wasn't a projector, or these type of things. Yet when we start to move into alignment, things can really start to open up in a magical way. Projectors are here to bring back the masculine and feminine back into balance, first within ourselves, and then a frequency of relaxation, of peace, that ultimately can be inhabited within our soul. But this is the deconditioning process to get there first and foremost, and bring this frequency into humanity. Also, another thing, the sacral center really binds someone to this reality more so. It's life force, it's very physical, it's very sexual, it's very here on this plane. When we as souls choose to come in without a sacral center, we're choosing to have an equal or greater connection to Source, God, and that's why we're here to actually guide and lead, because God wants to guide and lead rather than humanity guide and lead. We can see that when the mind, and especially the masculine, leads, we can see what destruction that causes in the world, and how lost we get, and how much we get stuck in the maya, in the illusion. So if you're a projector woman, you're here with a big mission. You're here to deeply reconnect to your own feminine energy, reconnect to what that is, what that means for you. That would mean going into silence at some times. That would mean closing down the eyes and asking, connecting directly and asking, how can I inhabit this energy more within myself? Because the world is wanting that. And I can tell you that we're going through a period of time that shows up astrologically, and astrology is the ingredients of this reality. It's the makeup of how we come in. Whenever someone's born, that's the software they get, depending on where the planets are. Human design blends when you were born and 3 months prior to when you were born, places those planetary positions into a body graph. It is a powerful, powerful way to understand reality and tracking the cycles of reality. What we are moving into now is a powerful awakening of the feminine, and I will explain why astrologically, what planets and what's actually happening in specific dates. but we're moving into a powerful awakening of the feminine. But excuse my language, the feminine within all of us, but as I said, it's for most people it's more directed towards women, but we all have feminine energy. But the feminine is fucking angry, and rightfully so. If you're a woman and you've come into this world, and the way this world is in every facet, whether it's famine, whether it's greed, whether it's the education system, whether it's the disconnection from nature, disconnection from our emotions, disconnection from our intuition, disconnection from our creativity, disconnection from the cycles as a woman, disconnection from the womb, disconnection from all these things. They've been stripped from the feminine. And this is the world that we all grew up in. And right now there's a huge awakening. And as the feminine rises, we are seeing the darkness that's been held in the psyche, in the genetic code, specifically of the masculine, and we're seeing that come out full force into our vision, to be seen with our own eyes into the light. And as we can see, it's, it's unimaginable, it's disgusting, the way we treat ourselves, because we are all one, and we're doing this to ourselves. So it's a very interesting time. Now, planetary speaking, astrologically speaking, it's very interesting when a planet is discovered, this energy comes into the world. So in 2005, there's a planet called Eris that was discovered. In the 1900s, Pluto was discovered. In the 1800s, Neptune was discovered. In the 1700s, Uranus was discovered. Uranus was discovered when projectors came in. Uranus is the bridge from this physical reality. Saturn is the last inner planet. Then Uranus is the bridge to the spiritual realm, which opened up in 1700. Projectors came in at that exact time. From there, 1800, Neptune, the spiritual planet, came into the world, so it was more spiritual. This started to awaken within humanity. Then 1900 came in, and this is Pluto. Pluto is death and rebirth. As we can see, there was a lot of breaking down of reality and remolding it. Now in 2005, Eris was discovered. What is Eris? Eris is a powerful, powerful planet. And it's named after the female warrior. And that's what it is. It's a female energy that's coming into the planet, that's uprising, and it's a deep, deep awareness and consciousness. But it's a feminine energy, but it's a warrior energy, and this warrior feminine energy is angry. And there is deep anger that wants to be felt within your own body, that wants to be expressed, and so that there can be a balancing of the masculine and feminine. Now, talking about when this is actually happening and how this is happening astrologically, right now, Eris is next to the North Node and next to the Chiron. So there's a conjunction happening with Eris, the North Node, and Chiron. This is the female warrior core wound, and it's pushing us into a new direction in humanity. This is happening right now. So this is happening all over with what we see in the Middle East. The feminine is coming, and there's a deep, powerful rebirth that's wanting to happen. At the same time, separately, Chiron is moving over most of humanity's Eros, because Eros moves so slowly. For people probably anywhere from 10 years old to 70 years old, because it moves so slow, it's a similar spot within your birth chart, and Chiron is moving over this part. So we're all going through individually, we're all going through an energetic awakening of the feminine within our own genetic code, within our own cellular memory. So that's happening as well. And then on top of that, the North Node, from now over the next 6 months, maybe even 8 months for most of humanity, the North Node also moves over Eris. So this is the direction of humanity also moving over the female warrior energy. So in saying all this, welcome your anger, welcome your feminine energy. The feminine ultimately receives, it's here to receive. Yet most women, especially projector women, don't feel safe to receive. They have blocked it and they more penetrate. They more push, they fix. The mind is very active because they haven't felt safe. This is the masculine. So there's an overcompensation in the masculine within most projector women, which pushes reality, which is the opposite of waiting for the invitation, which is the opposite of receiving reality. Yeah, we have to feel safe. We have to feel supported. We have to feel held. We have to feel understood. We have to feel seen. And ultimately, you as a projector woman can start to give that to yourself first and foremost. Surround yourself with supportive people and understand and begin to understand your feminine energy more and more and more and more. So, if you're a projector woman, take some deep breaths at this time because you are moving through a portal. You are moving through a rebirth of what it is to be a woman here on this planet, what it is to be connected to your womb, connected to your heart, connected to creation, and have the ability to bring creation through you. And as a man and as the masculine, I want to apologize from the masculine to you for the world that you have been born into, for what you've had to withstand, for most likely your upbringing where there was disconnection, where you weren't held, where your feminine heart wasn't held in the way that it needed at that time, and most likely for you having to then overcompensate, which feels heavy, which feels like burnout, which feels challenged, and this world is out of balance, and the masculine is a big part of that. So I'm doing everything I can to balance within myself and understand the depths of this wound and understand creation and understand what's needed for true balance and true union to be birthed here at this time on this planet. So sending you lots of love at this time. May you find peace in your heart, peace in your body, peace in your mind, and may you spend some time each and every day taking some breaths and even just receiving the breath. What's that like to just receive the breath? Not force the breath into the body, but open the body up a little bit and allow the breath to fall down into the body and be received a little bit more. If you're wanting to dive deeper into awakening yourself as a feminine being, specifically as a projector feminine being, then we here at the Projector movement have a experience and a training for women, and it's just women, to be held in the feminine, and for you to be seen and for you to be heard and for you to be open to that energy. Then there will be a link below, and we hope to support you as best as we can. And if not, I hope this video resonates. I hope you can begin to feel the depth of the magic that's held truly within you. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.